We're gonna play a game called How Minnesotan Are You?
Oh no.
We're gonna ask you some questions. You don't have to take. You can just answer them honestly, and keep in mind that like too Minnesotan is probably not necessarily a good thing, right? So there's probably a sweet spot in there. But so we'll start with some easy ones. Have you been to the state fair?
Yes.
Yes.
Have you been multiple times in one season?
No.
Okay.
Though we
You'll
did
get
discuss,
there.
we did discuss at the state fair. Well, that was our experience. Where I was like, I didn't get it until we went, and I was like, I get it. It's the place to be.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
It's
like,
the great
happening.
Minnesota get together.
Yeah.
It's the closest thing I've ever seen in the Midwest to sensory overload.
That's fair.
Like,
That's funny and true.
Midwest overload for sure.
Yeah, we
That's
did
what they
end
should
up
just
with
call it that.
Yeah, we did end up with a bucket of cookies though. Does
Yes.
that make us more?
Yes,
Mexican?
for
Yeah,
sure.
it helps. One
You
notch
took
up.
a bucket of cookies
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Did you have a pronto pup?
then one of the neighbors, I did have a pronto pup. I did because one of our neighbors, that was her
Good
thing
on
that
you.
She
Yeah.
said you have to get a pronto pup. So yes, I have.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you have a Caribou Perks card
No Caribou Perks card.
or
yet.
account?
No.
Okay.
No, we got some decaf this morning though, so that's Caribou.
I know. We're all about our Chemex.
That's fair. Have you ever been to a party where somebody brings top potato?
No.
No.
Have you ever had top potato?
No.
I've heard of it though.
You'll eventually. These things will come around.
You've been up north, fair to say.
Yes.
And up north means something different in Minnesota. It basically means anything 45 minutes north of the city. We're going up
Yeah.
north.
Yeah.
Have you walked on a frozen lake?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a
Jeff.
big
Ice
one.
fisherman.
Yeah, just this
Driven on one?
winter.
Yeah.
I have, yes. That was which one was that?
You might be our first.
Lockaparl drove on. So that's down southwest.
Okay.
It's a big goose hunting spot, but we went ice fishing there. And
Nice.
Yeah, that was my first time driving on ice, and it was.
I've never quite gotten used to that. I've been with my cousin a few times, and I'm always sitting shoddy with the window open. I'm like,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
we go through,
Yeah.
I've got a way out.
Well,
I've got a way out of here.
This winter, there
Unbuckled,
was so little ice. We went to Mille Lacs, and
Yeah.
you did not want to drive. Like you kept hearing
Yeah.
about people who decided to drive a Mille Lacs, and that was ill-advised.
Yeah,
It
this
doesn't
past
end
winter
great.
especially. We had like one cold snap last year of minus 10 for 1 week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super
And
short.
that was it.
Yeah, it was a walkout ice fishing trip this year.
You ever say the word SKOSH?
Like Justice Ghost?
Just a SKOSH?
Yeah.
I feel like Just a Skosh, not independently. I feel like Just a Skosh.
Just a skosh.
But as yeah.
I feel like the phrase Just a Skosh works. In
Yeah.
this
I don't know
occasion.
where it came into my lexicon, but I feel like it's always
I
been
could
there.
guess Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
Summers in Grand Rapids.
You ever said up the road a piece?
Piece.
I don't think
a piece.
so.
No.
I don't think a
No.
piece is a distance
Maybe up the road
unit.
a SKOSH. Yeah.
Have you ever said, let me just squeeze by you? Or, oh, just going to sneak past you?
Yes.
Yes.
I sneak past people all the time, but I always thought it was because I was short. I was just
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna sneak through, and then you lead with your elbows.
Kind of have to announce.
And-
yeah, like hello. Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like I've done the reflective ope where it's like it's not in my vocabulary, but when I'm up here, it comes out more because I'm like used to other people saying it.
Yeah.
And the problem is I'm just like I have this little fear that I'm using it not quite right.
Yeah.
You know, just enough to give me away where they're like, that's not an ope situation. Who is this imposter?
Yeah. Like saying y'all in the South. I say y'all
Exactly.
in the South all the time.
Yeah.
I say y'all all the time now, but yeah.
It's my favorite is whenever I go to Montana because I go up there for hunting a good bit. Like I have yet to get out of an airport in Montana without seeing someone dressed like Marty McFly in the third Back to the Future movie, and it's just like what is happening? Like I don't think you're fitting in the way you think you are.
That's amazing. You ever gone through the car wash twice to get the bugs off?
Oh, my gosh.
No.
Okay.
We're
I
more
did
about
earlier this week.
the winter car wash to get the salt off is ours. That's
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
you got it.
yes.
Yeah.
yeah. 'Cause our car's still in Arizona.
Especially
car.
since we've had a more wet spring, summer, more bugs.
Tons of bugs. Yeah.
I have a good one, which is almost the ultimate. Have you partaken in a Minnesota goodbye as of yet? Are you familiar with the Minnesota goodbye?
Wow.
unfamiliar.
Fascinating.
You'll find yourself in one.
Okay.
We'll try to
It's a
avoid it
goodbye
here
that
today.
is difficult to get out of.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
is it
you're
one that
stuck in
takes
it?
forever?
Yeah,
You're
you're
like
like,
half an hour
bye.
later, you're like, still gotta go.
You'll get up and stand and chat, and then you'll move to the door and chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you'll go down and chat by the door.
Copy that.
It's a funny
And they're in
thing.
your back seat, and you're like,
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
It's a whole affair. It's funny.
Let's see. What's the coldest wind chill you've ever experienced?
When we were in Alaska for the Aurora Borealis.
that was you.
That was the coldest I've ever been. I don't know what the wind chill was, but the actual temperature was below 0.
Yeah, mine was definitely that Loch Pearl fishing trip. It was, I think we were at like -40, and it was ripping. It was an experience. It was fantastic because my cousins were there from North Dakota, and I refuse to complain about cold around them because it's just like asking for trouble.
That's fair.
It's like I just know what's going to happen, and thank goodness one of them like finally complained about how cold it was, and I was like, "Thank you, Ben. I'm dying." Like
The Dakotas are a different kind of cold.
miserable cold.
That's
The wind,
flat.
yeah.
Hurricane in the winter cold.
Yeah.
You should have just been like, not too
Right?
bad.
Layer up.
Yeah.
Which was great because I was out there in all my hunting gear and I looked ridiculous. But I'm like, how much cold weather outfit do you think I own, dude?
Yeah.
We live in Phoenix. I have one.
This is
it.
the one. Yeah.
Yeah, did you guys have to drop any money on a cold wardrobe? We've had people tell us we had to go spend like $2,000 getting a winter wardrobe for our whole family.
Oh, at ours, I mean, well, we did that. So, like, it was when things were just opening up during COVID. I was like, I want to see the Aurora Borealis. So we decided to just do a weekend up in Alaska to see it. So I was like, I need a coat for Alaska in February.
Definitely.
So that was kind of my big chunk of cold weather gear is like the snow boots and the head to ankle, LL Bean puffy coat.
And most of that lives in our basement here now.
Yeah.
Because we don't need it.
Yeah.
Where else would it be?
But also the other problem is too, it's no plan survives first contact with the enemy, and we haven't grown up in a place like this. So I have no doubt that like my hunting gear I trust because it actually does have to fight cold weather. But otherwise in town stuff, I'm gonna be missing one thing, and it's gonna be like, oh, you lost a toe. You got the wrong socks, and now you don't get to have 10 toes anymore. Shouldn't have gone to the grocery store.
Yeah. You ever caught a walleye?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a bait preference? I think just having a bait preference, by the way, is a Minnesotan thing.
So I tie flies,
Oh,
but I'm not a fly fisherman.
I lose flies, so
Okay.
it works out nicely.
nice.
Yeah.
Good thing you have a tie flyer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I like leeches in the summer and just kind of a lazy lead jig with a minnow in the winter.
I'm all
love
about
that.
sparkles and neon colors.
Yeah,
Something a fish
that's
has
fair.
never seen before.
Yep. And for
Yeah.
flies, it's always whichever one my wife was most proud of tying at the time. And
Yeah.
I'm with you on
And
those.
you'll
two
lose it.
minnows.
Yeah.
I'm not a match the hatch guy. It's just like, this one's pink and sparkly. That'll do. I'll get
We never have luck with crawlers. You always get the perch that just nibble them to death. And it's just
Yeah.
an act of futility.
Just keep kissing it.
Yeah.
Are you on a Menards email list?
No. I went to a Menards once.
Do you know about the 11% rebate?
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever mailed it? Yeah, that's a good question, actually.
I have a good one.
Okay.
What is a biff? Does that mean anything to you?
If. Got nothing.
It's a porta potty, basically. We call them here.
Okay.
Is that a specific
that is
Biff's a
definitely
brand,
not.
isn't it?
Is it
Yeah.
a brand like
It's a brand name,
Kleenex?
like a Kleenex.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
So
like,
like the Cadillac of porta
Johnny's,
potties. Yeah.
Jimmy's,
Yeah,
or
it's
It's like
Jimmy's
I only
John's,
use
or-
a Biff. That would be great.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
My mom and dad are from Iowa, and they said they call them satellites down there. I'm like, never heard of that. Yeah, like a satellite bathroom.
Satellites. Whoa,
Yeah,
far
old
out.
school.
Okay, few more. Do you ever call it pop? No. Okay. What do you call? You got a new. Say it again. What did you get a new one on your house?
Roof.
Roof. Okay, sure. What do you carry your groceries in?
Bag.
Okay, sure. Duck.
Goose.
Okay.
Wow.
Are you testing our O's?
No. Minnesotan, we say gray duck.
Yes.
Duck, gray duck.
Okay.
There's actually a Grey Duck vodka brand,
There's a bunch of gray ducks in Minnesota,
which is sponsored
and
by one
that's
of
why.
the former Vikings. I can't remember who though. Chad Greenway, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. Duck, Grey Duck.
Okay. I don't know.
Have you ever been to a meat raffle in any of these towns you go fishing in?
And so I have seen the meat raffle. I
Yeah.
had to actually, when we went up to Mille Lacs, there was the local, there was like a thing to do locally listed in there.
Yeah,
in the
it's
hotel.
like
I
always
flipped
at the
it.
local VFW.
Well, and the one
It's like
that-
where they always are.
I had to contact my buddy from St. Cloud. Originally he lives in Phoenix, and I had to text him about it. Where I was like,
checks out.
"What's the deal with meat raffles?" Like the weirdest part to me is that they're all at the same time on the same day of the week. When your town has 3 bars, why would you do it that way? I'd just be the ones like, maybe we'll do it Thursday.
Yeah.
Like, how about instead of fighting for a third of town, we just get everybody to come in for the Thursday
just
meat
like a
raffle?
fight thing.
And he's like, that is not how it's done.
No, they're very specific.
Yeah.
It's a political endeavor, really.
Oh,
I actually kind of wondered about that because I grew up Catholic and like I was like meat on a Friday if you're Catholic's not a part of the year. That's a little tricky.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever been in an intramural broomball league?
In college, yes.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't, and that was in Northern California.
You're close to the most Minnesotan person we've had on here.
Yeah, like actually.
Yeah, quite literally.
You're just very cultured.
You ever say we need it while it's raining?
in Phoenix.
Yeah. And every single
Oh, yeah.
time.
Every
we needed
single
it,
time there's a
100%.
drop of light, we really needed this.
We say it here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we mean it.
Especially after this past winter.
Like for us, it's more like a scene from Dune.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Great movie.